All right, so the final installment of these footwear videos. Before I jump to the next item, I'm going to talk about lacing. Lacing is really important. A couple reasons. One, you want to stay put, but two, you want to have it tight where you want and not tight down here. So some shoes, they're going to give you a really nice lock grommet. So for example, this one, you pull it into here and you cinch up on it. And it wedges that lace in there so that it doesn't move and you can tighten the ankle different from the front of the shoe. If you're not lucky enough to have something like that, there's a couple things you can do. One of them is called loop lacing. A lot of these shoes are gonna have two eyelets right next to each other, or even right there. And the easiest way to explain it is you skip your last hole while you're lacing the shoe up and you put it through the next one and then use those 2 points to tie into. Of course, I knotted the ends of mine. I like to knot the ends of my shoelaces so that when I go to loosen them up, I can just pull on it and it comes right out. Let's see one of these I didn't do that on. Great, okay. Well, anyways, no, I'm gonna do it on, that's not a good candidate either. Gosh, really did not prepare for this video. It looks like it's not a helpful trick, but it actually helps a lot more. Again, I used to sell shoes for 10 plus years in the outdoor industry, and when I did this for people, they were like, oh, that's amazing. Like, I didn't know it would feel different and da-da-da. So give it a try. A lot of runners use it. It's called loop lacing, L-O-O-P lacing. This is just terrible. These things are tightened down beyond belief. Okay, so if you don't have a locking grommet on your shoes, or it's just a lighter pair of running shoes, and you want them to stay put, loop lacing is one of the best ways to help pull that lace into and lock it in place. Great, I'm gonna have to do both of these. All right, anyways, sorry about this bumbling video, guys. I promise they'll get more streamlined over time. So, you've got your laces out of the last hole here. And basically you just skip into it and you go right here. So it creates a loop. And then you take this guy and you go through it, which we would have done the same thing on this side. But what that does is when you tighten it down, it pulls from both of these points. And like I said, it doesn't look like much, but it makes a world of difference. The other thing you can do if you're having trouble with your shoelaces staying put, like say you've got some crummy laces or they just never stay put, instead of double knotting it, what I do is a lot of people call it a surgeon's knot, or if you're a fisherman, blood knot. It's close to that. You just loop it a couple times so that you've got this extra friction in the system and it helps hold it in place while you're going back and tying that in. I know I've taught many of adults how to tie their shoes again, and you'd be surprised at how many people were like, I didn't know you could tie them like that. One thing I really like to do is kind of a half hitch where I tie it like this and I don't make two ears. I just do one ear. And depending on the lace length, you can have a really, really solid, and then when you want to untie it, you just pull it like that. So that's lacing. Now, if you're into a little bit more of a free and spirited hippie type hiking and you don't want a big bulky shoe, don't worry, we've got you covered. This is the Choco sandal. This is a polyurethane midsole, and excuse these have been through South America and forever ago and just fallen apart, but I'm gonna resole them because the midsole's still good. This shoe is one of the more popular sandals nowadays. It's become a fad and a trend. I don't know why. They're ugly as sin. I've got my nice ones here. My nice ones. The main benefit to this shoe is that it is actually approved by the American Podiatric Society because of the foot shape. It holds your foot in a really nice, relaxed position, yada, yada, yada. But really cool backstory on these was I was going to Peru with my brothers and we were gonna hike to Machu Picchu, and I only wanted to bring one pair of shoes. Brought my Chacos. I had a pair of mountaineering wool socks in case it got cold, just in case, but wore these anyways. We did about 20 miles a day on some elevation. Packs were pretty light, maybe 20 pounds, 25 pounds. But you can hike in anything, just get used to it and be smart. All right, thanks and stay tuned.